guys, it's Sarah. So today I am coming to give you a very long-awaited book haul, and I haven't done a book haul in a while. I've been really slowing down on my book purchasing just because of how big my TBR is. Yes, so I'm just gonna get into it. And yeah, the first two I'm gonna show you are a little bit related because they're in the same series, but we have Inkheart and Ink Death. Growing up as a kid, I was obsessed with Inkheart so much. It was like one of my favorite book series of all times. But Ink Death, I'm holding it upside down. These two books complete my Inkheart series collection. I had the books when I was younger, but somehow I lost them in a move or something. I'm not quite sure. I lost my original Inkheart, which was tragic. So now I have Inkheart and I do have Inkspell. And now I really need to do a series reread because it's just super good. I lied, I did buy one book new. Haha, what am I doing with my life? Winter by Marissa Meyer. I don't know if I've hauled this yet, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. I haven't read it either. This is the last book in the Lunar Chronicles. Seriously, an amazing series. I am super behind on my reading, so I don't know what I'm doing, but needless to say, this is gonna be read very soon, and I'm super pumped for this. It's gonna be so good. The next book that I'm gonna show you is something that I have been eagerly anticipating, and it is Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty. For those of you guys who don't know, Caitlin Doughty is actually a YouTuber, so this is my first YouTuber book. She hosts the web series Ask a Mortician here on YouTube. I have been watching her for years and years because I'm just in awe of her work. I am a very morbid person, and I just love hearing about her experiences surrounding death culture in America specifically, and just morbid facts and crazy stuff. This book is just her time as a crematory worker at a funeral home and all of these little personal anecdotes about her life, and it is just completely fascinating. Everything in this book is just super eye-opening, and I highly recommend it if you want to learn more about what happens to your body when you die. Team YouTube, team talking about death culture because it's absolutely fascinating. Next here we have Doppler by Erland Lowe, and this one, I have wanted this book for years and years. Back in the day, I took a creative writing class and the teacher would constantly refer to this book and just bring it up a lot. So I always kind of had it at the back of my mind oh, I should buy Doppler, but I never wanted to pay $20 for this tiny little book. I was like, meh. But I found a copy of it at my local used bookstore and I had a credit, so I was like, how can I refuse? So essentially this is a really crazy, almost a stream of consciousness story about this guy in Sweden. He wants to live alone with no contact to the outside world, but his wife and kids live in the town that is outside of the forest, and it's just him thinking and just being just a crazy guy. He then kills a moose for meat and then realizes that the moose had a calf, an adorable little baby moose, and he can't kill the calf, so he befriends the calf. But yeah, it's an adult novel, but it's so lighthearted and funny. Next I got All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. This one I found super cheap, and I know everyone has been riding the hype train here on BookTube lately about it, so I don't even know that much about this story, but I looked up the reviews on Goodreads and it had amazing reviews. From my very brief perusal of the front flap here, I can assume that this story is a young adult contemporary with a very morbid twist. It's about two people who cross paths and they talk about death. I don't know, it's a love story about overcoming suicidal thoughts, which is really important to talk about, especially if you're a young adult person reading this kind of a book. Next I got The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness, and this is the third book in the All Souls trilogy. And I read the first book years and years ago, and I've been meaning to reread the series. So I have the first book, I have the second book, which I just bought recently, and then I finally have the third book. So now, sometime in the near future, I will be able to do a huge book series binge on this series, but this is an adult paranormal romance, historical romance thing. The first book was phenomenal. It was really dense. It was very tedious, but it was so good. They're in England and she's a student studying history. She's in a library and demons attack her and stuff happens. It's been a long time. I need to reread the first one and then finish the series. Super good. Would recommend this series from what I remember. Next I got The Queen of the Telling by Erica Johansson. This book is bomb. Oh my god. Okay, so this year I got into audiobooks. I realized that I could rent audiobooks from my library using the Overdrive app. I would 100% recommend it. I listened to the audiobook and I fell in love with this series. So I was like, if I can find a cheap copy of this book, I'm going to do that. And I did on Amazon, I think, yeah. Kelsey is like a princess to the throne of this area, and I'm terrible at explaining fantasy things because I find there's so much going on in them, but it's magical and fantastic, and Erica Johansson wrote such a fantastic world in this story. I don't know if she's written other things, but damn, she is a fine writer, if I do say so myself. Alright, last book. I got A Dance with Dragons by George R. Martin. You're really big. I hope to be dancing with you in like 2 or 3 months because, let's be real, there are so many words between me and this book. This is me publicly saying that I'm going to be done this series this year. 2016. New year, new me. This was one of my New Year's resolutions. Don't judge me. I'm super stoked. And I just love these paperbacks because they are just the floopiest things. But yeah, so those are all the books that I've got since December, I think. Yes, December. That was, I think, the last time I did a book haul. I've been trying to really cut down on the book buying because I don't need more books. So, books, good. Check out Ask a Mortician on YouTube because it's really cool. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of the books that I have been showing you today because I love hearing about them. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching my video. My name is Sarah and I will see you guys later.